real estate coaches came in and they sell you on their coaching program with the same strategies that they try to teach you to sell your clients on. They're selling you on the high pressureness. That's what they know. They're not real estate agents.
Ricky, as I'm doing research yesterday to try to prepare for our conversation today, all I ever hear about is this damn weekly email. Give me some more insight there. You said you want it to be specific, unique, personal. If I'm an agent who's selling homes really any direction of 40 minutes driving any circumference of this area, how do I make that specific? How do I include stats that are not boring? How do we make that exciting and something that somebody's going to actually want to read more about and not just archive?
Well, I mean, do you know anybody that doesn't love seeing the new listings in the area?
Everybody loves Cruise and Zillow. Yep.
That should be the first link. New listings, the last 2 weeks of new listings. Every week they're going to get new listings. So some people are like, oh, I'm going to open it every week because I want to see what's new on the market every week. Then you got closed sales, right? Then you have a different picture at the top that's a landmark type picture. They can recognize it's from the area. And it's different every single week so they know this is fresh content. And then you get into the body of the article of whatever you want to be talking about, which could be a listing of the month, a restaurant of the month, and you could be like, hey, this new place just opened up over here on whatever street. Me and my wife went there the other day. The service was amazing. I had the shrimp etouffee or whatever. Tell the story. See, people love stories.
Vulnerable
right?
side, yep.
So, and then reply back for a chance to win a $100 gift card, right? And if you don't win it, let me know. I'll meet you over there for lunch one day. This is stuff you can't automate. This is stuff you got to sit down and write out and think out. How can I bring the most value to my audience? Like market stats. Well, here's the market stats that I researched out of my MLS. This is what I came up with. Next week, I'll compare it to this university said that comes out with stats too for the area. And also, here's the stats. Here's what I think about it. And here's what a couple buyers said this week when I was showing property. And so now they're getting inside information from the market, right? You're directly in the market. Now they're getting this really inside scoop of what buyers are saying in real time, or sellers or other agents, right? Or this is what, I interviewed the mayor on YouTube. You can watch it right here, and this is what he said, and this is what I got out of it. But giving inside information, insights, when they read your emails, they know, heck, he's the one actually researching and analyzing and coming up with this data. He's actually out in the field talking to buyers, and this is what they're saying right now. This is valuable information to me. I can use this because I'm thinking about selling my house, but since buyers are saying that, maybe I'll hold off, or maybe I need to move forward, or maybe I just need to call John and dig deeper here to kind of get his thoughts since he's in the market. He knows what buyers are saying and thinking. And, oh, by the way, the next email said he closed on, 13 houses last month. So you got a little self-promotion going on. Give the story of a client that had a really great experience. So stories, insights, opinions, fresh pictures every single time, new listings, closed sales. I mean, I'm just saying all this off the top of my head. There's so much more, right? But that's just right off the top.
Yeah. The fact that it's a personal touch is the biggest difference than anything else. So it's accurate, it's relevant, it's right there.
People spell value T-I-M-E. They want to know that you spent time on this. It's an original piece of content they will not see anywhere else, no matter what. It came out of your brain right then when you sent it. So they value that, and they're going to open it every single week. I got 19,000 people that get this email, 8,000 open it every week, and it's been that way forever, and we close 100 deals a year with no other advertisement, no social media, no phone calls, no letters, no TV, no anything, just the weekly email for past clients, and it's residual. So Dad handles the day-to-day listings and showings and negotiations and stuff. I still do the weekly email and some other things, and me and him consult on everything. So that's kind of how we have it set up. I just do an email, and he, leads come in and he closes them. It's pretty simple stuff.
Yeah.
I think people appreciate the consistency too. It shows that you're professional. It shows that you're
it shows people you're dependable,
Yeah.
consistent, hardworking, honest, knowledgeable. It shows them everything that they want to see in their real estate agent without you having to call them. So you said you spend half the time calling new, half the time calling old. You don't have to call the old. When they see this, they're like, he's the man. And By the way, you closed a deal with them 3 years ago and it was the best experience they ever had. They're never going to use another agent. They don't care who comes along or says anything. They're only going to call you.
Right.
And when you get to that place in your business where you're getting all that residual off of your database, these people aren't interviewing 3 agents like in the beginning of your career. They're calling one person, you, and guess what? They're paying you whatever you want. They're not even asking you what your commission is. They're just going to sign whatever you put on the piece of paper.
You know, the biggest thing that you think about is, I think it's the reality that we have a misconception or idea that it's a business that's not a human business and a humanistic thing. So like even if there was before technology and buying leads, how would you actually get business, right? It'd be through the relationships you had and people knew you, trusted you, liked you.
Same way you do now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. You know, back then there was no social media, there was no, Zillow, there was no nothing, right? There was MLS, there was postcards, there was letters, there was phone calls, there was emails. That was it. So we had to reverse look up addresses to get phone numbers one at a time, and then we hand dialed. We picked the property owners we wanted to do business with and rock and roll. It nowadays, it takes you 2 seconds to find 1,000 numbers and, a multi-line dial 100 in an hour.
Yeah.
That used to take us all day to find 100 numbers and dial them by hand. So you can do things 10 times faster, but it's the same thing, same process.
Yeah.
You talk a lot, Ricky, about stop buying leads. Lead providers are just selling you the phone numbers for people that have been looking at real estate online casually. And I think we've all done that. I mean, I was browsing for homes the other day and just looking at what some of my neighbors were selling. And I don't want to butcher the stats you gave out, but I know you had a past post recently where you were talking about the lead providers have actually sold us all the phone numbers for everybody who exists in the U.S. this year already, right? So what's the message that you have, I guess, for some newer agents that are saying, I don't have enough leads or I don't have enough money to spend on Zillow leads?
They've been brainwashed into believing what they think a lead is, when a lead is any person in the market. Remember, we're trying to stack up deals over the lifetime of our career. So every relationship created stacks up deals over the life of our career. So I don't care about deals today. I'm going to get deals today. I'm going to close a lot of deals today because I'm talking to people, seeing what I can do to help, and getting good at that side of it. Discovery, why they want to buy, why they want to sell, putting together a good game plan for them. I mean, I'm going to close a lot of deals if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but while I'm closing deals as a bonus of building my long-term business, I'm more focused on the relationship. So when you understand that, and that when you understand the number one reason why people choose a real estate agent is because they had a friend in the business with a great reputation, you start to try to think in your mind, well, every human in my market's a lead, not just who Zillow tells me is a lead or who Realtor.com or who, I don't know. It's crazy. Like any person is a lead. They're going to buy or sell something at some point in their life in the market. So why are we classifying hot leads and cold leads? They're all leads.
Yeah.
Right, going back to, okay, we're only here for a certain amount of time, and it's really a snap of a finger in the whole scheme of things. So if somebody's going to buy in 2 years, isn't that even less of a snap of a finger in the whole scheme of things? Yes, 2 years goes by like that. Why not create that relationship and get ready for that? Meanwhile, running into 3 more people down the road, they end up buying 2 houses from you this month and referring somebody to you. We're busy closing those deals while we're still spending time building more relationships. It's a snowball.
Yeah.
And the more you can pack in there, the bigger it gets as it starts rolling down the hill. But I think the first thing there with the new agents is to redefine what a lead is. It's a human being in the market. Anybody. Well, you can't talk to everyone because the population is too big. So to be the most efficient, it's like, okay, I know I need to talk to people, but who do we need to talk to? Well, let's talk to the exact property owners we want to do business with that own the properties we'd love to list and love to sell. Because they're not only going to be a listing down the road, but they're also the highest quality buyers. The people that own these type of properties, they already know how to buy. They already got the money. They know what they want. They don't need anybody to educate them on insurance and taxes and utilities and maintenance, closing costs. They already know all that. So they're very easy to work with when they buy. Of course, a listing is the most incredible time, reducer of time, like in the history of real estate agents. So listings are great. You can leverage listings, and you can also leverage yourself working with property owners as buyers who already know the game. You don't have to, educate them. Yeah. So my thing is, all right, if we know we just need to talk to people and create friends in the market forever, how hard is that? That's why I say, like, People are like, it can't be that simple. Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah.
Right? And so then it's like, all right, I want to sell in that subdivision. Let's call everybody in that subdivision. Let's send them letters. Let's hit them on social. Everything. Right? Okay, we're done with that. We milked that as far as we can. We picked up, 17 new relationships. They're getting the weekly email. Let's go to the next one. Boom, here's the next one. Right? It's in the average price of the market. It's close to me geographically. It's on the newer side. I love this one. This will be a great one to get some listings in. Bam. Start planting seeds. Right? So I think they just need to redefine what a lead is. Understand it's just humans in the market. They only own the exact properties you want to sell, regardless if you want to buy or sell today or not. And go get to know them. Introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, what you do, and you're here to help.
Yeah.
Why do you think that a lot of like the ways that people are taught to sell, I almost feel misled the way that I think. And
because it makes them money. Because real estate coaches came in and they sell you on their coaching program with the same strategies that they try to teach you to sell your clients on. And it's a money grab.
Yeah.
They're selling you on the high pressureness. That's what they know. They're not real estate agents.
Yeah.
Tom Ferry never had a real estate license. They're selling you on high pressure tactics to get you to join the coaching program and then teaching you the same tactics, which is all they know, to sell real estate.
Yeah. It reminds me of the saying that the urgent is never really important and the important is never really urgent. So when you're basically thinking about, as a real estate agent, you want more money. It's a greed focused thing. Someone's like, you want to make more money? Come with me. And now you're preaching the same thing, high pressure to other people. Like, I'll get you what you want. Just give me the deal, right? Not focusing on what they're looking to accomplish. When in reality, what they do need is to be able to provide value and more value. So that way they can gain people's trust with their biggest financial decisions, which is an interesting reflection.
I think a lot of people get that commission breath, as we all refer to it.
Yeah.
And it's because of what Ricky touched upon in the beginning. They ripped off the Band-Aid, quit their full-time job, and they went into this full-time, and now their back's up against the wall, and all they have to provide. So they have this 95%.
They're under the gun.
They're under the gun. Yeah. And if they don't provide and don't perform,
and it affects their,
then they have to go back to
communication.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Here's the problem, is that those mainstream coaching and training programs that you're talking about, what they do is these agents, these new agents, okay, they're really good people. They're hard workers. They're dependable. They want what's best. They really want the best for their clients. But the problem is the way they've been trained and coached is not articulating who they are to their prospects. They're walking into a listing appointment or something or a showing, and they're coming across as they're just another agent trying to get a deal closed. When on the inside, they're this really incredible person with the best intentions, the best work ethic. They're very dependable, but they're not coming across that way because they've been taught to communicate in a manner that's not really who they are. And so what I'm trying to do is try to spread the message that we actually want that person inside of you who wants the best for people, who's hardworking and honest and dependable and not trying to just close deals, but actually do. You know how many sellers I told not to sell?
Yeah.
That ended up, being my client for life, who sold 2 years later. I honestly didn't. I was like, why? Like, you should probably just hang on. So many clients I did that. And then there were plenty of clients where I said, you need to sell this right now. We need to put it on the market right now. And they did, and we sold it, right? So all those decisions were based on what I thought was best for them. I wasn't like, you got to do this. I'm just like, this is what I think.
Right.
And they trust me. So they're like, well, let us think about it. And I'm like, cool. Somebody wants to think about something? Great. I want them to sleep on it for a week and still think it's a good idea. Because if we list it now or you write an offer or you close on it and then you're unhappy in a week, you're going to be mad at me, even though I wouldn't even make the decision.
Yeah.
I want people to be 100% satisfied. That's why when I take a listing, I tell them, you can cancel this tomorrow. I'm going to try to sell it till it sells. You tell me to stop. It's never going to expire.